So if TikTok goes away in September, 90 days from today, I'll be on Facebook, I'll be on YouTube, we'll probably also be on Instagram. I got to get another device going. Got to walk around the house and collect the devices. I thought I did that. I don't even know where I put the iPad, child. But anyway, I'm going to be streaming for those who still want to stay in touch, still want to learn if TikTok goes away, even though TikTok is big, but you know how they do. So welcome. I did not add a description, Facebook, my bad. Can y'all hear me? Let me know in the chat. I would love some feedback, some talk back, some chat. Talk to me in the chat. Let me know you can hear me. Let me see if Facebook will let me. I don't know if it'll let me update my topic here, but y'all talk to me. TikTok also taught me something recently. So when y'all tell me if you can hear me, then I'll know how to play with TikTok with y'all. So welcome. This is Black Women in Grants. It's specifically for Black women for-profit small business owners. Hey, Yana or Yana. Hey, Faye or Fee. How y'all doing? Welcome in. So if you are a Black woman, you have a for-profit small business, and you're looking to find, apply for, and win grants for that business, you're on the right page. Again, welcome to Black Women in Grants. All right. I'm going to leave Facebook alone. I don't see the option that I want. My name is Dr. AJ Austin. I've won over $1 million in grants and grant funded opportunities. Over at blackwomeningrants.com, I have helped over almost 700 ladies find, apply for, and win grants for their Black woman-owned for-profit small business. Any Black women for-profit small business owners on the live with us today? Y'all talk to me. Yes. Okay, Miss Sazzy, what is your business? Talk to me in the chat. Hello, Tan. How are you? Welcome, girl. Welcome back. Royalty says, I think I am. Tell me more, Royalty. What is your business? You should know you are, by the way. You can't be thinking your way into winning the grant, but I can help you know your way there overall. So talk to me in the chat. Tell me, what is your business? What do you do? And again, if you're new here, welcome. I love conversation. I love engagement. The more you talk to me, the more I can help you. If you're serious about winning grants, not just learning about it, not just being interested in it, not just sitting here talking and taking notes, it's going to collect us that you probably won't use. Okay, we don't do theory. We're actually winning grants. I got one of our grant winners in my WhatsApp message right now. She doesn't know I'm on live. When she sees it, she's going to pop on. She just pitched her business and was selected for a $20,000 competition. So that's what we're talking about in the inbox. Winning. Okay. So talk to me. This is a dialogue. This is conversation. If this is your first time here or if you're returning, just do me a favor, put hashtag FYP in the chat. Hashtag FYP. What that's going to let TikTok know is that we are live. We're real humans. We're not bots. Y'all ain't looking at a recording. Y'all ain't talking to my assistant. You know you're in the right place. Just put hashtag FYP, and they hopefully will share us with more Black women with for-profit small businesses that need to be in the room, that need to be a part of this conversation. Thank you, Miss Sazzy. Thank you, Rosetta. That's your price of tuition. The information that I share with you guys on the live is free. So you get to come in, you get to get coached, get to get helped. You get my help, which is not free. But here we are. So I just filled up my Stanley with some apple juice. I got some ice filled to the top of the brim. Let's go. Y'all ready? Put ready in the chat. So if you're new here, again, welcome. My name is Dr. AJ Austin, founder of blackwomeningrants.com. And so I want to talk to you guys about what grants are, also about what they're not. Has anyone here ever tried to apply for a grant? Let me know. Just put me in the chat. Like, have you ever searched for a grant, put in an application, and just kind of waited with fingers, eyes, and toes crossed, hoping that you'll get it? Anyone here going to be honest and confess? I'm trying to find my notes. I keep misplacing them. No one here has tried for a grant? Okay. Is anyone here just now learning about grants, what they are? Maybe you could kind of envision yourself learning more about them. You're really interested in them. You could see yourself getting help winning them for your business. Put me in the chat. If y'all don't talk, I will hang up. I will go away. So, I'll give you a minute to respond. That was your warning. Rosetta says she's just learning about them. Says me. Got it. Okay. Royalty says me. Got it. Okay. So I talked to those of you who talk back to me. Some people just on here being nosy. There's some scammers on here, so y'all don't fall for it. If y'all get inbox messages telling you that it's me, especially during my live, how is it me? Or asking you for money or asking anything, it's a scam. Okay. So scammers be on here too. So that's what I'm trying to get y'all to engage with me. If you want my help, some of y'all are okay with getting scammed. Hey, we grown. However, if you're here to learn about how to find, apply for, and win grants for your Black woman-owned for-profit small business, welcome to Black Women in Grants. If you're not a Black woman with a for-profit small business, you're welcome to stay and support the Black women that are. Thank you for your support. So I see that y'all want to learn more. So for those of you who are just learning about grants, let's go over the basics. I'm going to turn on my little desk fan here. I'm already getting hot. I got a lot going on my desk, and I'm organized, which is the crazy part. So again, my name is Dr. AJ Austin, founder of BlackWomenInGrants.com, and I help Black women for-profit small business owners find, apply for, and win grants. If you can see your business finding, applying for, and winning a grant, put hashtag FYP in the chat. That stands for For You page. It's going to let TikTok know we're live. It's going to let them know to bring in more Black women. Let's go over the basics of grants as well. I'll give y'all a minute to put hashtag FYP. Let me know you're ready, you're paying attention, you're engaging. You're also paying this forward. Somebody shared this live for you to know I'm live tonight. So I'm giving y'all a chance to do the same. So just put hashtag FYP. If you're just on here being nosy, don't want to engage, that's weird. That's suspicious. But let's take a minute to put hashtag FYP in the chat, and then I'll share with you guys some of the basics. I think the hashtag is necessary so TikTok can pick up on it. So if you guys can put hashtag FYP. And if I ask a question, we're engaging in conversation. I don't like to keep asking because I feel like I'm begging, and I'm so much better than begging on TikTok, okay? But I'm happy to have a conversation to those who engage with me. Let's converse. All right. So your hashtag FYP shows me that you're ready to chat. You're so ready that you're bringing in other Black women into the conversation. I can't find my notes I had for y'all. Maybe it'll pop up. But grants are there. This is the basic. It's free. Somebody put free in the chat. Free. It's free money. Free money. What does that mean? It means that it is not based on your credit. You don't have to pay grant money back. It's not a loan. Let's see what other people think grants are. You don't have to give up a portion of your company. You don't need collateral to get a grant. You don't have to beg mom and them to support your little business. It's not crowdfunding. It's simply an opportunity that these major associations, corporations, and organizations and foundations, it's 4 of them, have put together. So we're in the for-profit space. For-profit grants, we don't apply for nonprofit grants. We're not applying for government grants. We're not applying for federal funding. None of that applies to us. We don't do RFPs or requests for proposals. This is not government contracting. This is money that corporations like banks, so take Goldman Sachs investment firm, Bank of America, Regions Bank, Chase, Wells Fargo. Did I say JP Morgan Chase? Hey, YouTube Live, say hello in the chat. Let me know you can hear me. I'm on TikTok as well. We're Black Women in Grants on TikTok if you want to come join us. I'm also live on Facebook under Dr. AJ Austin. But I can see your chat. For some reason, YouTube doesn't let me come on camera. But I'm here. I can see y'all's chat. Hopefully you can hear my voice and we can chat. So, free money coming from foundations, organizations, corporations, associations. So think American Express, think Visa, think Target was in there at one point, Walmart's in there, McDonald's in there. These are all places that offer grants or grant funded opportunities where they'll give money to support a cause to help build up businesses, usually Black women in business, and they'll support certain curriculum, educational programming, etc., for us to learn how to start, sustain, and scale our businesses. So again, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Dr. AJ Austin, founder of BlackWomenInGrants.com, where I help Black women with for-profit small businesses find, apply for, and win grants. And what we're talking about right now is what is a grant. So as a quick recap, and I won't be doing this the whole time because I hate repeating myself, but grants are free money, not based on your credit. You don't need a cosigner. You don't need collateral. You don't need to give up a portion of your company, and you don't have to crowdfund and bother mom and them for not supporting your little business. That's how grants work. Any questions about grants? If it makes sense to you, put hashtag FYP. Like, okay, that's a good definition. Even though I'm new to grants, I'm just learning about what they are, a little bit about what they're not. It's making sense. Put hashtag FYP. This is the call and response conversation that I'm talking about. This is how y'all talk back to me for now. I'm about to ask some very specific questions, but I want to see who's listening. So Britt is listening. Emma is listening. Royalty is listening. Rosette is listening. Okay, cool. So I'll talk to y'all. Everybody else, I guess, is just kind of being weird and watching and being nosy. So in the chat, if you've already put your hashtag FRP, tell me about your business really quickly. Okay. Now, this isn't your plug. This isn't share your website. This isn't spam everybody, try to get them to do business with you. That's not this. You can go do your own live for that. What this is the most frequently asked question on every small business grant application that has a legit opportunity. They're going to say, describe your business, period. So just answer that question in as many characters as TikTok would like. If you need to do 2 responses in the chat, that's fine. But talk to me, tell me about your business. Royalty has a consulting business. What kind of consulting, Royalty? Tell me more. Be as specific as possible. Act like this is our first time meeting, because majority of you guys it is. Y'all are just now getting the honor and pleasure of being in my presence. You're welcome. It's a gift. So talk to me like we've never met. Like I don't know you. I don't know your business. Help me understand what you do. Because that's what a grant is going to want to know. They are not going to take time to guess. Oh, wonder what this means. Let me call her and that. They're going to skip you. You're going to lose the grant. Okay. I'm very real. I'm very straightforward. Put your hard hat on. Put your steel toe boots on. Put your big girl pennies on. Let's go. We're talking about money for business as a Black woman small business owner. Okay. Miss Sassy sells fedora hats and accessories. What kind of accessories? Are they the accessories for the hat? Are they earrings, bracelet, bangles? Tell me more about that. Platonic says, I have a car fleet company. What do you do with the cars in the fleet for your company? Tell me more. We got a real estate broker and tax professional. Okay, so 2 different industries. Got it. For those of you who have more than one business, I'm not saying choose one. I'm not saying pick a favorite. I'm not saying like, tell me only about one and never, ever, 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 ever tell me about the others. Here's what I'm saying. If there was a grant available right now for your business, which one would be at the top of the priority list. Like this one needs funding first, because if I can get this one going, the rest will kind of like flow like dominoes, right? Tell me about that business, that idea. We're just prioritizing. That's it. I know what it's like to be multi-passionate, be a hustler, be a what is it, Jill of all trades. Tell me about the one you want to get funding for first. Minnie has her EV charging stations. Minnie, have you been here before? I've heard that business idea before. Sounds familiar. Brittany says I'm a mobile phlebotomist. Got it. I just did a mobile mammography today. It was so quick, straight to the point. I walked on the whatever that is, the bus, whatever. They did what they had to do. Boom, boom. And I was out of there. I was like, okay, it's better than going to the doctor's office to get done. So try something new today, loved it, and they're mobile. So I am with, if I knew, to go to a mobile phlebotomist, get this blood drawn, because that's the next step tomorrow, actually. But my office I'm going to tomorrow is not mobile, so I got to go in person to their location. But I think that's a great business to have, being mobile. It said to provide lab services to patients that are non-mobile facilities. Love it. Okay, so Miss Sassy has the accessories for the hats and jewelry. Brittany says, I collect and drop off to laboratories, and the providers get results. I love it. Okay, now that you told me about your business, tell me, what could you use a grant for? What could you use a grant for in your Black, woman-owned, for-profit small business that you prioritize as needing funding first or needing funding the most? What could you use a grant for? And then we're going to kind of restructure your answers in a way that if you left the live today and I never saw you again, if you just use this quick tip, it'll get you closer to standing out on your small business grant application and actually winning your first or next grant. So talk to me in the chat. What could you use a grant for in your business? Be specific. Even if it sounds silly, tell me. Merchandise. What is merchandise? I don't know anything about your business, so what does that mean? Revamping your office. What does that look like? Are we tearing it down to the foundation and starting over with a renovation project? Or are we just buying some cute office decor furniture? Tell me more. Need to hire an assistant and conduct home ownership workshops. Got it. What kind of assistant do you need to hire? And who are the home ownership workshops for? So use your next chat to tell me this. This is helping you fill in the gaps that a grant is going to want to know. By the way, our realtor, Bingham, I'm gonna cut this one, I'm gonna call you. Or Bingram. You're on the right path with wanting to hire and wanting to offer workshops. I'll tell you more about that coming up, but answer the question in more detail. Help me help you a little bit more. Minnie says buying the chargers ahead of time, and then you'd be ready to be able to ask for contracts up front. Okay, got it. Underrepresented individuals. Bingram, have you done this before? You're so on the right path with these thoughts. Royal says I can use a grant for marketing and to buy homes to rent myself. Okay, so I know what our next question will be. We'll do together. Brittany says I could use a grant to upgrade my car into a mobile vehicle. Marketing and supplies. Okay, I can't even say it. Bridget, thank you, girl. Platonic says I would like to pursue adding vehicles for long-term contracts with corporations. Got it. I don't know what that first word is, Bridge. Individuals in Los Angeles County area. That's California, right? I don't know, girl. I'm in Georgia. Help me out. Build an outside office from ground up and purchase more fedora and jewelry. I love this. Y'all are getting more and more specific. Okay, underrepresented. Okay. And you said, I need an assistant to run my office. So what would be her title? Is it just assistant? Let me know. Hello, Lorraine. You know we on TikTok, right? Hey, girl. Um, Tell me more about your assistant, Bridge. I just nicknamed you, girl. Also, let's see. Sazzy, what question do I have for you? Outside office from the ground up, purchase more Fedora. No questions right yet. Let me see who else. So you guys have told me what you do in your business. You told me what you could use a grant for. Now think about the people that you want to help. So like Bridget put underrepresented individuals in Los Angeles County. I'm assuming that's California. I don't know. Never been. Would love to. However, tell me more about these people. So think about your customers. Think about your clients. Think about your church, a charity, a cause that's near and dear to your heart. Notice how all those start with C: customers, clients, cause, charity, church. Think about something that's like, if you were to get a grant, this group of people would be so positively impacted. Let me give you a little cheat code. And if you've been on here before, you've heard me say this. This is what I teach. This is the framework of what I teach around. This is our secret to winning grants. It's called your social impact. So when you consider those 5 categories of people, and then let's say they're elderly, they're rural, they are in underserved populations, they're from the Black and brown minority communities, they're from low income, they face disparities, inequity. This is a part of the hood that you're familiar with. I call everybody's neighborhood a hood because it is. Okay. So in your hood, this is how you will be doing good if you want a grant. These are the people that would benefit. Let's think of people with criminal backgrounds, formerly incarcerated, single moms, students, immigrants, recent graduates, the underserved population. Which of those, and maybe I said a few keywords that you are kind of clinging to, which of those speak to your heart the most? Because what you're going to have to do is intertwine, kind of marry these concepts of who you want to help with why you want to win a grant, because grants fund projects. So one of my clients, Kimberly, today we just had a 90-minute call. It went over a little bit longer because we got good, girl. We started talking about a lot of stuff, but we just broke down in like 30 minutes her social impact, her cause, and she had thought through it, but we went through it with a fine-tooth comb so that we can start phrasing it like a grant would receive it, addressing which of these communities, which of these populations that she wanted to start with. So tell me about your community. Which of these 5, with your customers, your clients, charity, cause, church, elderly, rural, underserved, Black, brown, minority, low income, which of those? And then I'm going to give you an example that's going to help you, Bridget, because you kind of led the conversation with the workshops for underrepresented. So let's talk about it, because that's going to help many people here. And I know y'all most of the time just want to get to the money. What the money? Is there a grant for my business? Can I win a grant? Where do I find a grant? How do I win a grant? Can you guarantee me a grant? Slow down, Savannah. Okay. You got to learn the basics to set a really good foundation. You need what's known as a grant application strategy, or GAS, little gas, put a little gas on it. And that's what's going to get you closer to winning your next grant. Hello, Tanika Sons Hendricks. How are you? I was like, you were texting me. I was like, she'll know I'm live. When she sees I'm live, she's going to jump on. So we were just talking about you. Okay, it is California. I was close. I was right. Royal says, I would love to help my community from the homeless to homeowners. That sounds so cute, Royal, but that's too vast. Remember how I told y'all to pick a business to prioritize to get a grant for first? Let's choose. From a scale of homeless to homeowner, which one population can we serve first? Can we serve the most? Can we have the biggest impact? Because again, yeah, that'll fit on a grant application if you're running out of space. But if they say, tell us more about the homeless population. Now, who are these homeowners? You need a lot of room. you're not going to have a lot of room on the grant applications. And I asked y'all earlier who has applied for a grant. No one said they had. So I'm assuming y'all haven't seen these actual grant applications when they're like in 500 characters, not words, not pages, not sentences, not paragraphs. In every letter, every space, every exclamation point, period, comma, those are characters. They're going to be like, get to the point. Who do you want to help? Boom. We don't have time to fill in the blank or guess what you're trying to say, right? One of my coaches used to say, you want to be right or you want to be rich. And that means pick a lane, stick with it, work that lane, girl, go get that money, okay? Rosetta says, I would like to have a home for aged out children of the welfare system. Great social impact. I still want to say Bingram. Bridget says they would be low to moderate income. Pick one, Bridge. Which one? Because that's two different things. Especially with the social classes changing, the middle class going away. So your low to moderate income might mean something completely different to whoever's reading your grant application. So is it low income? If so, how much? Because low to moderate might be different in LA County than it is in Fulton County here in Atlanta. You see what I'm saying? I will be coughing, y'all. I'm okay. It's my allergies. Hello, Nelly. Said I would love to have a training center for women around the community to empower young them. Hello, LaCrush. Minnie says rural areas where I live, I would help EV drivers not have to go outside their local living area. Great. Okay. Bridget chose low income. Got it. It's making sense to you. If this is making sense to you, put hashtag FYP. If you're like starting to wrap your brain around, okay, I know what a grant is now. I understand, right? I know what it's not. Put your hashtag FYPs in the chat. I know how to talk about my business a little clearer. And now I'm starting to learn how to explain to a grant why I need a grant. Put hashtag FYP in the chat. Oh, thank you, Lorraine. It's not showing me that you're still on here. I thought you done came over to TikTok, girl. As far as, let's talk about hiring, because I know, Bridget, one of yours, told y'all I'm talking to who's talking to me, so y'all keep the chat going. Bridget mentioned earlier how she wants to do workshops. She also wants to hire. So instead of saying I want to win a grant to hire, if you also are not Bridget, but you want to get a grant to hire people, instead of saying I want to hire an assistant, I want to hire my first chief financial officer or CFO or CEO, talk about, is 3 levels to it. Number 1, who are they? Are they a part of the rural population, the elderly, the underserved, members of the Black and Brown community? Are they facing disparities, inequities? Another way you could word it is, instead of I want a grant to hire someone, you can say, I want to develop a workforce development training program, right? Anybody from those backgrounds could benefit from something like that. But then that next level, you want to talk about specifically, I want to work with, I want it to be an assistant. Whatever the assistant is going to do, you're going to go into their job description, talk about what they're going to do, because now you're breaking down the tasks that they're going to now take off of your plate. So when a grant understands like, oh, she needs a grant to hire an assistant because she's developing a workforce training program, she's going to give people a chance, like immigrants and students and low income and single moms and people formerly incarcerated and the elderly. Like, it's going to start to make sense. And then you're going to say, here's what they're going to be doing in that role that I'm hiring. They're not just an assistant. That's why I asked you, Bridget, what type of assistant will they be? Because now you get to talk about the job that they're going to come in and take off of your plate to free you as the founder so that you can go out and help more people in the elderly community, rural community, underserved, Black and brown minority. Y'all see how this works? Can I get a hashtag FYP if this is making sense to you? Grants fund projects. You're not hiring staff, you're creating a workforce development training program. Now you are able to hire your staff, whatever their background is. But grants want to hear about the people that you're serving. You can do this by talking about the people that you're already serving with your customers, your clients, and what a grant is going to allow you to do. What questions do you have about this? Your social impact, hey, Lorraine, your social impact, etc. What questions do you have? I'm trying to explain it very, very basic level. So again, like I said, if you never saw me again, this would come up when you apply for your first or next grant. You're like, okay, I know I got to start with the 5 C's of who I'm actually serving. I know I need to talk about my social impact, meaning who I'm actually serving. We call that who you're bringing with you. It's a part of the 3-part ASK or ASK formula that I teach in my mentorship over at blackwomeningrants.com. And it's what women are actually using to win their first grant, their first small business pitch competition. We got our small business pitch competition champ on the live with us. Her name is Tanika Sands Hendricks. She is a swim instructor in New York, helping little Black and brown kids learn how to swim. See how that talks about her social impact already? She's telling where they're from, the little Black and brown kids. Hello, Queen Up Boss on YouTube. You said, can you apply with the DBA or just LLC? That really doesn't matter. DBA never comes up on grants. DBA is doing business as, guys. We're live on TikTok as well, Queen Up Boss. If you want to come join us there, we are Black Women in Grants there, but you're welcome to stay here. I just try to remember to look at our YouTube. So I saw your chat pop up. But yeah, doing business as or DBA, that's usually something you're just filing with your local courthouse to tell them that you're doing business under a certain name. And going through their publishing process, etc. LLCs are not necessarily mandatory, but every grant is different and they will tell you whether or not you need one. But I would not let that hold you back from applying for a grant. So yeah, you can apply with or without one, if that answers your question. Let me know if you got more questions, girl. You're holding it down on YouTube, so I got you. Lorraine says, hey, you're going to make me learn to love TikTok. You better hurry up. You know TikTok is going away in September. So I'm trying to get y'all over to YouTube, over to Facebook, over to Instagram. But we're easing into it. No pressure, okay? So if you're new here, welcome to the conversation. My name is Dr. AJ Austin, founder of blackwomeningrants.com. And we're talking about what grants are, what they are not. We're talking about kind of the magic code, the secret language, the keywords, the SEO of grants, what they're really looking for. It's not just based on your business. It's all about who you're bringing with you. So I was telling you, I teach you about that in our 3-part ASK formula in our mentorship program. I was telling y'all about our mentee Tay that's on here. She's our small business pitch champion. She just pitched her business today and was selected to go and pitch in a couple days for a $20,000 prize, and she will win. Tay has a win record of the last 3 pitch competitions she's entered. She wins about $1,000 a minute, right? We're gonna have to 10x that, Tay, get you going. They may not give you 20 minutes, but we got you, right? So she has pitched her business for 60 seconds and won $1,000 and a new printer for her home office. She has pitched her business for 5 minutes and won $5,000. She's also applied to the Lenovo technology grant and won that $5,000 in tech. Got a new Bapuda, as my little niece used to call computers, new desktop, new laptop, new tablet, new Fitbit to go with her new printer. So she just decked out with all this new technology, courtesy of other people's money, or OPM. Somebody put OPM in the chat if you can see yourself using other people's money, because that is what Tay is becoming a master at, finding these grants, these small business pitch competitions, these contests, these giveaways. Those are all other people's money, and all you have to do is learn how to speak their language. So that's why I'm trying to help y'all go from I need a grant, can I get a grant for this, what about this, to like talking about why you need a grant and who that grant is going to impact. Tay is winning money for them little babies, them little black and brown babies, okay? It's not just about, oh, I'm phenomenal as a business owner, I have this great idea. It's like, let's bring that community impact into it. I was listening to the podcast. I'm going to go through all the episodes of the first. It was a male and female couple. They're married, but the husband has a podcast. So I was starting to listen to his podcast today. He started it in 2017. So I got 8 years to catch up on. But anyway, his name is Chris. His wife's name is Lori. Back in 2020, they were looking for 20 people to give $1,000 to. They had $20,000 to give away. I didn't know it till today. Listen to one of his current episodes. But he was going through financially in his business and still blessing people during 2020. I was number 17 out of their 20. So I won my first business grant in 2020 during the shutdown. Y'all remember that, right? You were there. Okay. So that's when I got a taste of winning grants for my business. Now, in my personal life, I've won over $1 million in grant funding. And I know what that's like. It's easy. It's fun. It takes a lot of work. However, I didn't know I could win it for my business as well. So over the last 5 years, I've gone on to win multiple six figures for my business. We introduced our mentorship program thanks to a viral video we had here on TikTok with over 900,000 views and hundreds of requests for me to mentor those of you who are really wanting to take grants seriously. And so over at blackwomeningrants.com, we have a mentorship program called The Grant Game. And it is a year-long process. Well, not a year-long process. It's a year-long program, but it doesn't take you a year to go through it. You just have access to the course materials for a year. It takes 24 hours to go through the course. And it's where I've combined all my knowledge. Y'all, I know so much about grants. This is one of my content books right here that I forgot I wrote. I have to put it in book form. I got a pile of notes here. I got my journal here. I'm just always learning, applying this information, and as I apply for grants and win them myself, help my clients win grants, I just write more books. So this is a book called Finding Funding. It is in our mentorship program over at blackwomeningrants.com. This is the first one I wrote for you guys, and it's all about how to find and secure debt-free, non-traditional funding. So it's not about just collecting information, just collecting data, just collecting dust on the knowledge that you have. And so here's another book that I wrote this year for Black women, for-profit small business owners. It's called Black Women in Grants, very specific. And this has Tay's story in it. It has Ashley. Tay has won $24,000, soon to be over $40,000. We're just going to go ahead and put that out there. Tanika says Hendricks. Ashley Rankin has a skincare line. She has won about $42,000. And Deanna Joy, she's a nonprofit grant writer. She's won over $86,000 for herself and her clients. She's winning more for her for-profit business. And then who else do we have? Oh, our top grant winner so far. I'm waiting on one of y'all to go beat her record. Her name is Raven Duvernay, and she's in Baltimore, Maryland. She is a Black woman farmer. She has now officially won over $100,710. So Raven is our top winner. Tay is our champion in winning small business pitch competitions and other grants and contests and giveaways. Are you next? Our latest winner has also been Brittany, who has a co-work space up in Virginia. She won $15,000 with her first small business pitch competition fresh out of the mentorship program. So if you're asking yourself, how long does it take to win a grant? I tell the ladies that join my mentorship program, that read my books, that follow the instructions that I give them, to give yourself 90 days to find out about grants that your business qualify for, to apply for these grants, to hear back from the grants, and to find out that you won something. Because you will win something when you follow what I'm sharing with you in the mentorship. Again, that's over at blackwomeningrants.com. We do have a scholarship to come join me. And the first person that joins tonight gets a bonus 90-minute grant application strategy session with me. So if you want to get on the phone with me, learn more about grants, that's all we talk about. So we just did a call today, went a little bit over 90 minutes, but I'm happy to do it because we just sat and mapped out one of my clients' strategies, talked for a long time about what that could look like winning grants. So what it does is take you, this call plus this program is going to take you from just being interested in grants, just wanting to apply for grants, wondering if your business can qualify for a grant, wondering where grants are. We give you a list of over $1.2 million in grants and grant funded opportunities, by the way, every single month. This list is updated and sent to us, and I share it with you in the mentorship. So again, that's blackwomeningrants.com. You get a lot clearer on where the money resides. By the way, the money does not reside in your social media inbox. So if you got people who are sending you messages guaranteeing you can win a grant, if you got people saying, pay me and I'll help you win a grant, you're about to get scammed, okay? Even if they swear they're me or they know me, they don't. It's a scam, okay? People wish they had the privilege of working with me, knowing me, being able to get on my phone, talk to me about grants, win money for their business. And many of you guys are blessed with that as Black women, for-profit small business owners. So head over there, claim your scholarship. Our scholarships are available on a first come, first serve basis. What the scholarship does is take our regular investment tuition from $997 to $147. That's all you pay one time. You get access to the program for a year. You get all 3 of my books. You get a $1.2 million list of grants every single time, okay, that the list comes out. And what else do you get? Oh, bonuses like our interviews with our grant winners. So they're telling you, like Tay is on there, I think twice, telling you how they won and how you can follow in their footsteps. Naomi says, if I joined but became sick and paid, can you email me? You can email me because we have multiple people with the same name. So I want to make sure it will be the right one. So just reply back to my last email to you. If you've been in our mentorship for over a year, everybody got an email. Y'all got like 30 emails from me last week. Some of y'all got attitudes. I sent so many emails. If it's been over a year, it's time to renew. You're about to lose access. I just haven't kicked y'all out officially. But if it's been less than a year, you still got access. So just look for the last email. Just type in Black Women in Grants in your email search bar, and your access information should pop up. If not, just reply back to the last email that I sent you, and we can go from there, okay? Don't wait too late, though. You don't want to miss your the renewal, the anniversary time. So a lot of people are well overdue. I haven't went in and cleared this out yet. So you got time. What questions can I answer for those of you who are hanging out with us? You're Black women with for-profit small businesses. And again, if you're not a Black woman, you don't have a for-profit small business, you're simply just here to support Black women. And we thank you for that. Okay. We thank you for having our backs, for lifting us up, for pouring into us, for supporting us, for telling others about the work we do, for paying it forward. We've had phenomenal Black men who pour back into the program and give money for women to go through this program. I did a speaking engagement and a Black man just walked up and threw 3 $100 bills on my table. And he's like, boom, I got this lady, this lady. He gave me a list of women he wanted books for and wanted access to the program for. And he left with this huge box ready to go sow the seed. So that's the support we're grateful for. That's all we're accepting at this point. Okay. So that's all that is on that. Okay. So thank y'all for being here and supporting us. What questions can I answer for you based on where you are, what you have been hearing me say, what you want to win grants for, what I'm telling you that you can win a grant for? Ask me a question. Talk to me, as long as it's about grants and grant funded opportunities. Let me know. Naomi says, if I had an LLC wants to redo or restart my new business, what's the question, Naomi? Put it in the form of a question so I can make sure I understand it and I can answer it for you. What questions do you guys have about anything we've talked about today, based on being a Black woman with a for-profit small business? And again, that's all we're talking about. Also, if you're here and you don't have a business, but you're wondering how can you still benefit from this information, the information is universal, right? So like I said, if you are not a Black woman with a for-profit small business, you're welcome to stay. You're welcome to hang out. Thank you for your support. And if you're wise, if you're smart, and if you're really here to listen and learn, you would take this information, apply it as needed for your business, go win grants, and then bring me some of that money back after you win. Tell me I was right, because I know a little bit about what I'm talking about, having won over $1 million. Any questions? Jasmine, I just did a recap. I hope you was listening, girl. Okay, let's see. How can you do grant for life insurance coverage? Probably just applying the information that I've taught. That's universal. So if you're not using it for business, we have women in our mentorship that are using it. One lady is helping her daughter win grants and scholarships for school, for college. Another lady, her name is Tamika Barber. She's won $1,500 to help her mother-in-law who has Lou Gehrig's disease cover medical expenses. So she won. It took her 30 days, she said, from the time she found out about the grant, apply for it to the time the check was in her mail. 30 days, she had won her first grant, and it wasn't for her business. So again, this information is universal. So what you can do if you are looking for grants is, number one, learn what type of grants you need. Number two, get help looking for them. And I'm happy to help you with that by providing you with the list of grants that's already been vetted for Black women. Don't try this on your own unless you just have years of your time to invest trying to learn this information, not get scammed. Because again, scammers are on our live right now. Everybody here is not here with good intentions. So you got to be careful with the rooms you're in, the environments you're in, who you're learning from, who you're having conversation with, who you're sharing your time, your knowledge, your expertise, energy with. And then you want to make sure that you're applying for legit grant opportunities, because a lot of people are questioning these days, is this a grant or is this a scam? And it's easy to get caught up, especially if you're in a financially desperate situation where you're like, you know what? Because one lady told me, she's like, Dr. Austin, I wanted this to work so bad. I wanted to win a grant so bad. I wanted to be right so bad that I went ahead and fell for the scam. I felt like it was a scam. It did not feel right, but I gave them people my money. Right? We call that CTA, or chasing the achievement. I just came up with that word after my call today with my client. That phrase, shall I say, chasing the achievement is where you just want to say you won a grant. You just want to say you were right. You just wanted to say it worked. And because you came from a desperate place, it's easy for people to take advantage of you. That's how so many people get scammed. Knowing that this sounds too good to be true, knowing that if somebody's in your social media inbox talking about they can help you, you know, it's a scam. These days, even random strangers be in your inbox talking about, hello, gorgeous, hello, beautiful. Scam. They getting ready to get on your nerves and drain you of your time, energy, and money. What else you got to give, right? So if you got that kind of time, you want to figure that out on your own, hey, that's your business. But if you want to come and win grants for your Black woman-owned for-profit small business, save yourself time, save yourself headache. Listen, I've been through the struggle for you. I can tell you what ain't fit to work, just like that, Atlanta style, okay? Ain't fit to work, country style. And let you know what is legit, because I've created partnerships with other programs that you can go join, be a part of, actually get some real help, real coaching, real training, and make sure that you're building your business on a foundation that is going to scale, whether you started it. By the way, yeah, you can win a grant even if you haven't started a business. Also, if you haven't made as much money in your business as you would like, you can still win a grant. You can win more than one grant for your one business. You can win multiple grants for multiple businesses, just not at the same time. So that's why I said at the top of the live, let's prioritize your business ideas. Which one do you want to win funding for first? Which one of the categories where we went through all the people that you want to serve, which one do you want to start with first? Because then you can build out a framework to help you with your other businesses, the other people you want to help, etc. Y'all got it? Put hashtag FYP in your chat if this is making sense. You got it. You like it. You like what you're hearing. You're learning some stuff. You're having some aha moments. Maybe you didn't know this before. Maybe you've heard it before and it's just now making sense. Hey, Tangela, welcome. Thank you, Lorraine. Thank you, Platonic. What questions can I answer for you? Let me know. Thank you, Bridget. I see you, girl. Any questions? Any questions about coming to join us in the mentorship program? There's also an option for those of you who are like, I wish I could get on the phone with her. I wish she could mentor me more close, like more personally. We have a second option. There's two options on the blackwomeningrants.com website. Option number 2 is called GPA, or Grant Prep Academy. We meet twice a month, every month of the first and last Tuesday of every month. We're live on Zoom for about an hour as a group, as a cohort, and I'm coaching you live, like unlimited access, talking about grants, how to find them, how to apply for them, how to win them, how to stand out. Our theme lately for this month has been small business pitch competitions, getting a pitch deck together. What is a pitch deck? How do you get to where you're being selected, like Tay just was today? And she and I have worked together personally for almost a year now. We got our year anniversary coming up. So those are some opportunities to get me to hold your hand, hold you accountable, check in on you, make sure you're doing your work, send you grants personally, and make sure that you're consistently applying for these opportunities, because the money is out there. If you really take this serious, you can win a grant for your business, regardless of what type of business you have. Any questions? I'm about to wrap up in just a moment. I usually come on and hang out with you guys for about an hour. I invest a little bit more time if we need to. If you're over at blackwomeningrants.com claiming your scholarship and you need me to wait, just put wait in the chat. If you want my help getting logged in, getting registered, it takes about 2 minutes to join us. Again, the website is www.blackwomeningrants.com. You can also click the profile link here on TikTok, or you can just type it directly into your browser. Select the option. Option 1 is the Grant Game Mentorship. Get year-long access to the program. It's an independent study course. You still get access to me via email 24/7. I'm not going to be in your inbox having conversations in the middle of the night unless I just choose to. However, don't expect that. That's, a bonus. If I'm up, you got a question about grants. That's all I want to talk about. No, I don't want to buy into your MLM. No, do not want to join you in your business. All we're talking about is grants. Are you doing your homework in the mentorship program? Have you found grants you're interested in applying to? What questions are you stuck on your small business grant application? You want to send me a copy of your pitch video. You want to send me your grant application. We can go through it question by question. I will not review your full application, but I'll get you there question by question. All of those are featured in both options of the mentorship or Grant Prep Academy, our live version. The difference between the two is me. Okay. So if you want all the lists on your grant application every month, twice a month, live, getting help, winning. Our last round we did, I forgot what our total was, but we had one lady who won $9,000 in grant winnings. We had another who won $13,000. We had another who won $4,500, all based on what they needed in their business at the time, what they needed grants for. So it depends on what we call your grant goals, meaning why you're applying for grants, what you want to use the funding for, and then we build the language around that for how to talk to grants about that and get your applications closer to the winning stack, get you a higher score, because grants grade your applications. If you didn't know, they do. Gotta crack my back here a little bit. Okay. Any aha moments, any takeaways, anything you guys want me to recap on, I'll take special requests. Let me know. Even though I hate repeating myself, because y'all told me y'all was listening earlier. I checked with y'all before I start teaching, making sure we're ready to learn. But I understand people have joined us since we started an hour ago. What question, comment do you have? Let me know. Any questions? If not, we'll go ahead and wrap up. That's all I'm teaching on today. I'm trying to preserve my voice. I am now well rested after my 2 trips to New York. I'm back. I don't know if I'll be traveling anymore this year, but hey, you never know. So yeah, I'm here healing and chilling. Okay. So I just decided to do a quick live. I'm usually live on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. No set time. Thank you, Lorraine. You know the struggle, right? Um, so there's that. So no set time. I just kind of play it by ear. I'm doing this for fun, y'all. I enjoy teaching. I enjoy sharing. I'm an author of like almost 20 books now, specifically for Black women in business. This is what I do in addition to running my other business. And this is how I reach back and help my sisters. Okay. It's all about being a Black woman with a for profit small business, and it's being paid forward. I had such a great experience today. Um, yeah, being served and helped by other Black women. So it's phenomenal. Have you known anyone who give grants for adults with autism that want to live at home for ADU? No, because remember, I help y'all with business grants, but you probably could find a grant like that. Like Tamika Barber's mother-in-law having Lou Gehrig's disease. I didn't know about that grant. I don't know all the grants ever in the world. That's what I teach y'all to go out and find. Like the grants Tay has won the last five, $24,000 grant. I know about them grants. She found them based on what I taught her to go do. So we have a worksheet in the program. You'll see it, Naomi, called 13 secret places to find grants. Okay. The quickest one is like Google. You know, that's a freebie. Anybody can go there, watch out for scams. But if you want grants that are vetted, that are reputable, I give you where to go look for these opportunities. And Tay so far is taking the lead and finding money that we didn't even know was out there. Okay. But she knew where to look based on what she learned in the program. So another thing is LGBTQIA, disabled, veterans. It's one more, but those are the top three that get priority with a lot of the grants that are out there. Okay. So if you are a part of any of those communities, they are, I want to call it protected class, but I don't think that's the official term, but those communities get priority, especially veterans, especially disabled. Okay. And then you add on your Black, your woman. If you're from low income or underserved, that's why I said when you talk to the grants about who you're trying to win grants for and who it would benefit, also make sure you're mentioning that you're from that hood too. You know, you got a part of that as your story, which is why you want to give back. All of that matters in the story you tell. Because I see a lot of Black women tell me, I don't know what story to tell. I don't want to tell too much information. I don't know if I'm talking enough and leaving stuff out that they need to hear. I just walked y'all through whose story to tell and what to say. We dive into that a lot deeper in the mentorship. We have a whole half-day workshop that I previously recorded for you guys. We did an event you'll be watching the replay of, where we spend a whole half a day breaking down your social impact, how to choose it, which categories it needs to fall into that make sense for your business, and then how to talk to a grant about it and actually win funding to go out and either continue the work because you've already started it, which grants love, or to get it started by talking about who you're serving and how you're part of that community or that hood, if you will. Any other questions? Let me know. And don't overthink this, y'all. You don't have to be super specific. Grants are not here just to give you funding for the type of business you have. Grants have themes. So you may see professional development grants. You may see self-empowerment grants. You may see financial empowerment or financial literacy grants. Grants have themes versus the specifics of anybody, a realtor in Los Angeles County, California, need a grant. That's near impossible. If you find one, come back and tell me after you win it, okay? But for the most part, you're going to see grants. They have a theme, an overall theme. So that's why you have to pick a theme. You have to pick a business, one of your businesses, pick the idea that you want to share, pick the community that you want to serve with that idea, and then go tell the grant about it. And if it aligns, you're literally graded on alignment. That's what the A in the ASK 3-part formula I teach you in the mentorship is for. Grants are looking at, does what she wants to win a grant for align with why we're giving the grant away? But I'm not going to sit here and try to teach that here on TikTok. I'm about to go have dinner and enjoy the rest of my day. Any final questions before we go? Again, the website to join us in the mentorship is www.blackwomeningrants.com. If you have any final questions, YouTube, I'm talking to you. Facebook, where you at? And TikTok, the stage is yours. Y'all got like 60 seconds to ask me anything else about grants, and then we'll go ahead and wrap up from here. Any questions? You are welcome, Naomi Roberts. Thank you for coming back. Make sure you email me. Let's see where you are in your membership or your mentorship. And let's go from there. All right, y'all. Well, that's all I got. Thank y'all for hanging out. Make sure you follow this page. We are Black Women in Grants. We have 84,000 of you guys here. We will reach 100,000 followers here on TikTok before TikTok goes away in September. Okay, y'all, touching and agreeing? Let's go. Follow that page. We're the official page. There are some scam pages. Don't fall for it, Ice Cold. And then if you want to come and work with me, I said work because you will be doing the work. I will be telling you what work there is. Head over to www.blackwomeningrants.com. Join the mentorship or our membership. And until we meet again, my friends, y'all have a phenomenal rest of your day. God bless. Bye, future grant winners. Okay, Facebook. We're out. Bye, y'all. And finally, YouTube. Thank y'all for joining. I'll see y'all next time. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hopefully, YouTube will let you know when we're live again. God bless. Bye, y'all.